Now, guys, that was a very pumped up, super excitable intro because I've just talked for 45 minutes with these two guys before we even hit record. So hopefully we've got some left in the can for you guys. We're sat down with some marathon guests, shall we call them. We're sat down with Sean Houlihan from Bare Intentions and Intention Coaching and Jason from We at One Life Coaching. Sean makes his 4th appearance. Jason, his 5th appearance on the podcast. So go back to the many episodes these guys have featured in one-to-ones and panel shows. And they're up there now with Brody. I'm sure Kieran and Joseph and John Eli are all on the charge. But welcome back, guys. Jason, how are you? You've been getting up to all kinds in the last month. What the hell has been going on?
Mate, I am absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. Life has been busy, actually. Busy would probably be the best way to describe it. Within the last month, me and my wife now have bought a house. We moved into it. We went on a little road trip around Cornwall. We also got married in secret. We kind of did our own kind of little thing on our own, and that was absolutely amazing.
And for you, Sean, I know you've been on the move too. You've been moving around, and you are so close to me. I can nearly touch you. It's quite a few miles still, but you are closer now, aren't you?
Yeah, dude. I can come down. I can come over to the bath and come touch you. We will one day hug it out, I'm sure. I uprooted from Portugal. It's been about a month. I came back on the 4th of July, and returned back to the UK from Portugal. So it's just been, I'm great. I'm really well, thank you. Just grounding back home and just loving the senses of the garden.
So I'm going to really sadly throw this to you, Jason. What are your thoughts on what is the point of any of this when it's just presence that is required? What do you think?
Oh, wow. Again, these are deep rabbit hole questions. And here's me kind of throwing out meditation or finding somebody, that you trust and that you can sort of confide in, and you can verbalize how you're thinking and feeling, or perhaps you can sit there and feel a bit sad if you want to feel sad, or perhaps, allow yourself to be happy, or, do that very scary thing of experiencing vulnerability and possible judgment as well. And then we throw it over to Sean, and that we just fall into this kind of like deep rabbit hole of thought where we keep kind of tumbling. And it's really amazing to listen to as well, because it's so deep, man. It's really, really deep. For anybody who is lost at this point in our talk, and wants to go, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to do any of that, or I'm really not ready for that yet. I need a quick fix. I need something that I can physically do in order to feel self-awareness. My advice to you would be to take an ice cold shower.
Because you are bigger than anything that happens. You are what contains, you hold the experience, because the experience isn't who you are. And you can apply that to identity too. So we get so hung up on who we are and what we do, but it's all bullshit, really. And if it really means anything. So Sean, what are your thoughts on that? I don't know if I'm confusing everything, but I love the wheel of awareness so much. It just really resonates with me.
I think I'm going to put a question out, and then I'm going to answer your question. Is like, why does that matter? Firstly, and does it matter? Does it matter, or does that question confuse a large number of people? Is it just what do we want that to mean? Is it just a matter of intention? And is someone's intention their essence of how they want to express themselves? That self-awareness, is that repeated outside of us as well? Is it a universal intention? Is there something outside of us that is driving? Is that just internal conscious and external conscious? And are they separate? And again, does that matter? So that to me is like, when I started to look at kind of the microcosm, like the individual and the universal not being separate, we all being one and reflections of one another. If we as an individual can have an intention, there must be an external intention also. It can't be in isolation.
So if we go to you, Jason, how does that look? Because obviously there's a reason that we've connected. Is it because we like the same stuff? Is it because What is it, do you think? What is it that makes us connect? Is it just we're into things?
I feel that it's a fair exchange of energy. You know, I feel that it's a fair exchange of energy. We're riding on the same wavelength. Again, for the answer to this question, I can only answer it. I can't give a generalized answer to it. I can only give you my answer or the way that I see it. And that is that knowing, in my journey into knowing me better, sorry for my terrible use of grammar here, but in my journey into sort of experiencing Jason, finding out who Jason is, what Jason wants, what Jason expects out of the world, and what Jason's, to quote Sean's beautiful word, what Jason's intention is. I've got to step into my true light, and I've got to step into authentic Jason, you know, and I've got to be holding myself in who I am as a person, and what I want out of life. And once I know me better, that gives me a better idea of who I want in my life and the sorts of people that I want around me.
And it's quite easy to see now I've listened enough. So how does it look for you, man? What is friendship to you? It's like, I'm really intrigued.
Anything outside of me, I perceive now as, if it's about community, then it has to be founded in safety. I have to feel safe. So in terms of friendships, if I don't feel safe in the friendship, then it hasn't got integrity there. It hasn't got trust, honesty. It doesn't have love there. I don't feel comfortable. I won't be myself. And so when I'm with safety, it's founded in safety. And I think the better I get at recognizing aspects of myself that I love and that I don't, I can see those aspects in myself in other people, whether it's friends or not, and being able to choose if I actually want to let that in. And so, it's like you say, the better you get at listening, the more you're able to use your own wisdom and intuition. Intuition plays a massive part in friendships for me. It's like, does this feel right for me? Does it feel safe? Does this feel healthy, this relationship?
All the whys and the meanings and what it's all about. I think it's going to be an amazing journey to watch. I have to say, I can't wait to see it all unfold and kind of like try and communicate with you non-verbally. I'm super excited about that. Maybe have a little silent podcast action. So we get on. But yeah, best of luck, man. I'm really proud of you, and I'm really inspired by what you're going to do.
Thank you very much. It's going to be a slow burner. It's going to be a slow burner.
And to you, Jason, I just really want you to thrive and to do really well, and, you know, cut hair as long as is required and enjoy every moment. But I'm looking forward to the day where you can talk to them without snipping off any body parts. That's good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Owen. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's when you're living with when you're living in your own light, it's never going to be a question of if. It's only ever going to be how and when.
Amazing, beautiful. Thank you, guys. I've absolutely loved this, as I was expecting to. Lots of expectation there, and it led up to all those expectations. So I encourage people to check out all the links below. I want to thank you guys for just being amazing friends, amazing human beings. I'm really excited for both of you in your future. And obviously, when I write this book, I'll have to give you a mention somewhere on one of those pages. Don't worry, you'll get a little hey And I just want to, I just want to thank all the listeners too for sitting here and listening to us rabbit on and on for 5, 6, 7 episodes now between us. And what a special time to be alive, as always. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you next time.